Oh my god, old people redefining the term shit-face has got to be the single greatest thing in the history of the elderly. Watch the movie, you'll understand. Okay, so The Visit. So The Visit follows a story of a brother and sister in which their mother goes on cruise for work and she sends them to their grandparents' house to help take care of them. These kids have never seen their grandparents before, so it's understandable that they're excited and nervous at the same time because they're meeting family members they've never met before. And as you've seen in the trailers, the grandparents aren't into baking cookies or knitting sweaters with love in every stitch. They like to be creepy instead. And as these kids spend a week at their grandparents, they dive into a mystery on why their grandparents are the way they are, while at the same time in hopes of surviving. Now, The Visit was one of those movies I was expecting to be garbage at every level, and it pains me when I saw this name pop up. I'm like, great. M. Night used to be so good with storytelling and directing, then he must have went on this crazy meth binge, and then we get movies like After Earth and The Last Airbender. Spoiler alert, those movies suck, and they still suck. It's not like they have a cult following or anything, but give or take, I still root for the guy unlike most people because I like seeing my underdog stories. I like when people start off great, and then they have this huge downfall, and then their most desperate hour, they find that spark again. But seriously, I think The Visit just might be that film for M. Night Shyamalan. I really dug it. Reason why is because every horror movie has to have those stupid cliche boom sound whenever there's a jump scare, and it's always something completely irrelevant to the story. Oh, there's a rat in a bucket, boom, jump scare. Oh, there's a CGI squirrel, boom, jump scare. The positive thing about The Visit, it doesn't have any of that. The only time it would make a loud sound that's supposed to scare the audience is through the characters actually doing something. Since this movie is filmed through a camcorder and it has that documentary style, all the sound effects felt like it was natural sounds, and it was refreshing to hear that in a horror movie. It may sound stupid me saying it, but trust me, since we live in a world where sound effects do matter in a horror movie, yet The Visit not having any effects but relying on those natural sounds gives it this sort of realism and ended up working in every event. Sometimes these kids would film their grandparents from afar, and movies for some odd reason likes to pick up exactly what they're saying miles away. But since The Visit realizes that stuff doesn't make any sense with the camcorder, it throws all that nonsense out the window, and I have to give it props. But now let's get right into the acting because everyone in this movie did a really good job. Kathryn Hahn as the mother was good. Even though she spent most of her screen time in Skype talking to her kids, she was still effective and I liked her character. The grandparents were interesting too. Each one had something wrong with them, like the grandma likes to roam the house at night and the grandpa just likes to be creepy. And when they want to be creepy, they can be creepy, yet they want to love these kids at the same time, so it makes it even more creepy. I'm sure you guys can guess what the grandparents are in the movie. Yeah, they're creepy. But you have the brother and sister as the main stars in the film. They surprisingly held this movie up very well together. The older sister wants to make a documentary, she's like the serious filmmaker, and then we have the little brother who may in fact steal the entire show. This kid cracked me up. He was like the comic relief whenever the grandparents are doing their thing, and he was just a really cool character. There's this one scene where he's talking about this one situation he's held on to yeah, it's kind of weird since he's 8 years old and he has problems already, but he is giving it his all, and I'm like, oh my god, this kid is a really good actor. In fact, he may be the best kid actor of the year so far. And that's one of the best things about The Visit, is the more time these kids spend with their grandparents, the more backstory it reveals about the kids, helping them become more engaging and interesting characters. I mean, it's not the most in-depth characters you will ever see, but for what it is, you'll be satisfied. Now, the whole thing with The Visit having this documentary style is that it can have its downsides for sure. Like, for one, it takes a while for your eyes to get adjusted to the directing since the beginning of the movie was shot pretty sloppy. And it's weird when you see transitions from day to night, since it has landscapes of the woodland area these kids are staying at. I'm like, who is getting this shot? I doubt the girl is, since the whole point of the movie is her and her brother staying inside their room after a specific time, so that aspect can be a bit inconsistent. It kind of goes against of it being a documentary. But fortunately, in the end, I really like The Visit. I don't think this is the triumphant return of M. Night Shyamalan. I think he needs to do one more movie like this and then he'll have my full trust again. It was creepy, the acting was really good. That kid though, he's gonna have more work on his desk. But it can also be inconsistent in the form of style, and it might not roll with some. But if you can get past that, then you'll enjoy this movie. Because I say, if you want to see The Visit, see it at the matinee price. One more movie like this, Shyamalan, then you'll be my best friend. Alright, The Visit, have you seen it, and what did you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. And as always, there's a link for my Twitter and my Facebook below as well. Keep in contact with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go visit my grandparents. But if they turn out like this, then no, I'll come back to you guys.